I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Now, today we're reading from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16. Let's focus on verses 14 and 15. However, take note, the days are coming, the Lord's declaration, when it will no longer be said, as the Lord lives, who brought the Israelites from the land of Egypt, but rather, as the Lord lives, who brought the Israelites from the land of the north, and from all the other lands where he had banished them. For I will return them to their land that I gave their ancestors. Now, the form that we use to retell the story of the Passover is called the Haggadah, right, in Hebrew. Haggadah is a Hebrew word which means the telling. So the dinner that we eat while going through the Haggadah, the telling, is called the Seder. And the word Seder in Hebrew means order. So the Passover Seder is literally a meal designed to be an ordered retelling of the Passover. So the story of God's deliverance of Israel from Egyptian bondage. And in today's passage, God is telling Israel that in the future, there will be another type of Passover. It will be the story of Israel's deliverance from their bondage among the nations and their re-deliverance back to the land of Israel, just like the old Passover, but different. But another deliverance is coming for Israel, and we will read about it in a few weeks. Now, here is a sneak peek. Israel's deliverance from the bondage of sin through the Brit Hadashah, that is Hebrew for the new covenant. It is their deliverance from the bondage of sin through the Messiah, Jesus. Jeremiah 31, verses 31 through 34. Look, the days are coming. This is the Lord's declaration, when I will make a new covenant, a Brit Hadashah, with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. And this one will not be like the one that I made with their ancestors when I took them by the hand and led them out of the land of Egypt. A covenant that they broke, even though I had married them, the Lord's declaration, I will place my law within them and write it on their hearts. I will be their God, and they will be my people. And no longer will one teach his neighbor or his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for they will all know me, from the least to the greatest of them. The Lord's declaration, for I will forgive their wrongdoings and never again remember their sin. Furthermore, God's salvation, his Yeshua, will constitute a new covenant and a new Passover. By the way, Yeshua is Jesus' name in Hebrew. And by the way, it means God's salvation. Jesus' name means salvation of God. So Isaiah said that this new covenant, through the faithful belief in Jesus, will also extend to include the Gentiles. Isaiah 49, verse 6. He says, It is not enough for you to be my servant, raising up the tribes of Jacob and restoring the protected ones of Israel. I will also make you a light for the nations, so that my salvation, right, the salvation of God, my Jesus, to the ends of the earth. Now think about it. An everlasting atonement has been offered by grace to anyone who would believe and receive it by faith in Jesus. That is why the Apostle Paul called Jesus our Passover. 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verses 7 and 8. For Christ, our Passover lamb, has been sacrificed. Therefore, let us observe the festival, that is the Passover, not with the old yeast or with the yeast of malice and evil, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. And I would like you to know more about receiving salvation. That is, if you'd like to know more about it, there is a very clear explanation of the gospel at our website, groundworksministries.com. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people like you. And yes, we need your monthly support. Donating is secure and it's easy at our website, groundworksministries.com. You know, another way to help us is just tell people about Groundworks Ministries. You can share these podcasts with friends and family and on your social media. And of course, you can always direct folks to our website, groundworksministries.com.